Hey there everyone, Dr. Beth Westy here. I wanted to pop on and talk about some of your top ways that you can get back on track after this holiday season. I know sometimes you can go into it with the best intentions and feel like, oh, I'm gonna nail this, I've got a plan, I know what I'm doing, and then stuff happens, right? Or for some reason you get stuck somewhere, you don't eat on time, or you miss a snack, or you're like, dang it, I totally didn't work out for an entire week. Ooh, shoot, what do I do? How do I get back on track? How do I right this train that is headed off the tracks? Well, here you go. Here are some tips to get back on track and recover from this holiday season, because we have another holiday coming up very soon, right? New Year's. And every New Year's, everybody, sets all these resolutions, and statistics show that by the time February rolls around, more than 80% of people have abandoned their New Year's resolutions. So I'll be talking more about that in a different video. But for right now, what am I going to do? How do I handle this? First, I do have a 12-week program designed for women that really takes you through eating for your hormones, cycle, everything. I'm going to touch on a couple of the things here that I cover, but this is honestly the best way to get back on track. You are going to have a customized system for you to help you get successful and stay successful. So you're not going to be one of those February people thinking, oh, dang it, what happened? You're going to have your plan, and you're going to be killing it all the way through February. It's going to be amazing. So I'll put a link below. You can schedule a call with me if you have questions on what that is, what that entails, or the best route to take with that program, okay? All right, so that is that. Oh, I do have some of this information too in my book, The Female Fat Solution, which is on Amazon. I also have a podcast, The Female Health Solution, which is on all places you can listen to podcasts. A lot of really great episodes there. There's one I did recently where I actually got a ton of messages from it. A lot of women, it was really impactful for them. So if you have not listened to that podcast, do so. All right. So some things to hit on to get back on track. One, protein. I talk about protein a ton, but protein here is really key in making sure that you are getting the best nutrients for you. If you're not getting the right protein, if you're not getting it at the right time, you're really going to notice in your blood sugars. And it's not right away, right? It's not right away. You're not going to notice it like immediately. You're not going to notice it within the first couple of hours. You're going to notice it 6 hours later when you're like, okay, why am I hungry? Why am I getting crabby? What's happening? It's the protein. You're missing out on that protein. So when you protein pace throughout the day, and sometimes, yes, I do recommend getting at least 20 grams of protein to really properly protein pace, but if you miss a snack or something like that, you know how kids get really cranky and weird? Adults get the same way if you're not getting enough protein in. You get protein in, holy cannoli, changes everything. So if you've got an event coming up, or if you've got like a really tough day at work, then this is a great thing to add in. Great thing to add in to make sure that you're getting enough nutrient, enough energy, enough everything. And it will change the attitude of people around you too, to be totally honest. I'm gonna be real about it. Yes, there's a couple of questions here. Hold on. Collagen. Ooh, okay, yeah. So collagen is a good type of protein. Again, I do recommend getting a variety of proteins in. So if collagen is one of them, awesome. Sometimes I like to add in, we'll say a collagen boost, in one of my shakes. I do some dairy-free. Sometimes I do some dairy, some whey protein. Again, very clean. I think the more important thing, you want a variety of proteins, get a variety of those amino acids. And then if you're using a shake or collagen or something, you want to make sure that there are no artificial ingredients. That will, so damage your bacteria in your digestive system, which I'm going to talk about in just a minute. So that's really key there. All right. And then making sure you're getting complex carbs with this. So this is like a complete thing to notice. Like, obviously, when you're having a snack or something, yes, you want some protein. You're going to want some complex carbs in there too. You really, really want some complex carbs. I know some people are like, well, I don't want carbs, or I'm trying to do lower on carbs, all these other things. And I get it, right? Because people can get some really quick results with that, but they're not lasting, right? And long term, that's actually not helpful for the female metabolism. So again, if you've got questions on this or anything specifically, I'll put a link below. You can schedule a call with me personally, and we'll go over any questions you have, anything that you're kind of, off on, or wondering, hey, how does this fit in? Or I think I'm missing this, or this is what I'm struggling with, or how does this fit in with your program, that type of thing. We can absolutely talk about that. Katie, I'm crabby with no with no carbs, right? Yeah, so having protein with those carbs is really, really key. And actually having carbohydrate at the same time you're eating having carb at the same time that you're eating protein makes you upload all that protein. You can't upload the full potential of protein that you're eating without some carbohydrate. So if you're just having just protein, and no carb with it, you're not actually uploading it's not as bioavailable. You're not getting it, right? Like you can eat all this wonderful protein, but if it's not bioavailable and you're not absorbing it, you're missing it. You don't want to waste it, right? So that's the important thing about carbs. Complex carbs, get those in. You don't need a ton, but I say this right here because, it's so easy to get the simples right now. The cookies, the treats, the wine. Being real, just being real, okay? So that's why. Last thing here, healthy fats. And again, all together, right? All together, you want a complete nutrient meal. So if you're gonna have, say, breakfast, you wanna start your day off with a really healthy breakfast. My favorite way is I take sweet potato and I dice it. This morning, I tried to shred it and make like sweet potato hash browns. It like mashed together. So if somebody has a better tip on cooking that, let me know, because I make it in my big cast iron. I'll do this tomorrow on my Instagram, okay? So if you're not following me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram. I'll show you in my stories what I like to make for breakfast because I'll do it better tomorrow. But I take a sweet potato, I cube it, I just cook that in my cast iron. I saute some greens for the fiber and micronutrients and everything, and I cook it in avocado oil or olive oil, something like that. You can use coconut oil too. That just cooks at a little bit different temperature, and then I'll add egg. Right? And you can add cheese, you can add other things to it as well. But in that thing specifically, I'm getting the healthy fats, which is the avocado oil, the complex carbs, which is a sweet potato, and then I'm getting a lot of protein and some fats in the egg. And I'm getting enough of it so that I am really making sure I'm hitting my protein goals right away in the morning. But those healthy fats. So that's an example of a meal that I love to make. Start your day off right. Start it off the most powerful way. You're going to help your blood sugars and energy all day long with something like that. So that together helps you get back on track. It helps you get back on track. And again, if you have like a treat throughout the day, or if you're visiting somebody or something, somebody brings in treats at work or something. Okay, you don't have to like not have it. You know that you've got your program, your thing down, and just a little bit here and there off isn't a big deal. The last thing here is probiotic. Add in your probiotic. For those of you that are eating, sharing meals with other people, eating out at restaurants, eating different foods that you normally don't eat, or being exposed to foods that are cooked in different places, it's super easy to have your digestive system be disrupted, we'll say, with all these different types of foods. So a great way to reset it is honestly, get that probiotic in. Help your system out a ton. It resets so much and helps you feel so much better when your digestive system is running smoothly, we'll say. Yes, running smoothly. All right. Somebody's asking, is butter in coffee okay when you don't get enough fats throughout the day? Ooh. Yeah, so a lot of times people do a bulletproof coffee. I'll do another video on that. It's been a while since I've talked about that. Butter or coconut oil, some type of healthy fat. So sometimes people say an MCT oil, which is a medium chain triglyceride oil, which is coconut oil. That in your coffee, it actually uploads the caffeine a little bit better in your system, so you feel a little bit more woo from it. And it levels out your blood sugars throughout the day, so you get this even, energy throughout the day from it. A lot of good setup with having that healthy fat earlier in the day, in terms of adding it to the total healthy fats that you should be having for the day. Yes, but yeah, butter, ghee is also good to have. Ghee is clarified butter. I like to get a grass-fed ghee source as well as getting a grass-fed butter source. I love Costco, so Costco has Kerrygold butter. I'm not sponsored by Costco, I promise. I just talk about it all the time because I love it and I'm obsessed with it. But that grass-fed butter, amazing, amazing, amazing. And it's super good for you. So just some little healthy tips there. Yes, I will talk more about resetting your gut, resetting your digestive system, and really getting healthy fats in and burning more fat throughout the next week as we head into the new year, because that is something that a lot of women are focused on, and women burn fat totally different than men. So I'm going to be highlighting that in my videos. So If you are not subscribed to my YouTube channel, subscribe because that's where a lot of my content is going. And stay tuned for the most amazing fat burning tips for women within the next week. I'm doing a whole series on this. Tag your friends if you know they need this help or if you've been talking with somebody about it, because it's not the same for women as it is for men. All right, and I'll put that link below. If you have any questions, I'm more than happy to answer them. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a great rest of your night, and I will see you later.